loads of chat messages flying around already. So hello everybody. Wow, so many messages to read. If you want to make it so that everybody can see your messages, if you swap it from all panelists to all panelists and attendees, if you keep it with just the panelists, then it's just us guys that can see it up here. I would just want to introduce you to everybody first of all. So on the call today, we've got Renata. Renata's from Impressive Resorts in the Dominican Republic. We've got Nicole from St. Lucia Tourism Authority. We've got Debbie. She hasn't got a photograph, but you'll hear her in a moment. She's from Nevis Tourism Authority. And we've just got as well Victoria from Bay Gardens in St. Lucia, but she's just gone to, there's a problem with the sound on the video, so she's just gone to fix that, so she'll be popping back in a minute. So throughout the webinar, we'll not do any questions and answers. We'll save them all for the end, as we normally do. I think you all know the score by now. Also, Victoria is very kindly giving £50 to one of the agents that are on the call today. You must stay on the call, and you must also be joined up to the Bay Gardens reward programme, which has been sent out on all the communications to you. So without further ado, so on behalf of myself, thank you so much for coming on board. There is a lot of you here today, which is brilliant, which is just testament to, you know, you do want to hear all about the Caribbean, and you do want to meet, you know, the amazing partners that we've got here. So Renata, if I can hand over to you, you're going to be the first to do your presentation today. So if you can share your screen, and you just need to change your mute settings from the video, because do you remember we couldn't hear you, so you need to press the pause. Still can't hear you.
Do you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Yes. Okay then, super. So hello everybody. We are so happy you are here today with us. Well, it's a little bit difficult time for all of us, but I think this is the best way when we can learn something new, when we can start to see and inspire ourselves with the pictures, with the music, with the videos, and get this inspiration until the end and come finally to Dominican Republic. I'm representing Impressive Resorts and Spas from Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. This hotel is quite new. You would say, yeah, then there are no palm trees, it's not green enough. Well, it is so green. Before it was Barcelona, Dominican Beach. Then our owners bought the hotel, they refurbished it, they gave it to Soundscape. Probably you have heard already, Soundscape Punta Cana. And now for 1 year, we are Impressive Resorts and Spas, and we are 5-star. We did refurbish everything, even the beach. You would be so much amazed to see how beach is now, how beautiful it is. The water is so clean and the sand is so white. We brought specially the energy system from Spain to make it in the right way. And the gardens are kept well and in the best way. Every month somebody comes from Spain to check it up and to see how it is going. So I speak a lot. Let's see a small video and then you understand what I'm talking about. A beautiful resort in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, is waiting for you. So, hello, do you still hear me? Was it okay? Did you like the video? Yes?
Everybody loved it. If you can see
got
from
the inspiration to dance a little bit of bachata and some Caribbean dances. Well, yes, we are waiting for you. When the time is right, please let us know. So thank you so much for your amazing partnership, for the way you transmit and give this idea to get the vacation in Caribbean. It's always there. 1 year, the full year, you can come to visit us anytime, in summer, in winter. Just come. There are so many flights that will bring us soon back to us, to Dominican Republic. So I'm here for you. You will get all my details, my contacts. Please write me. You have a special client, you have a wedding, you have a birthday party, a celebration. We do it for you in the best way. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with me. So I give it my hand to somebody else then.
I know, you can see all the messages that are coming through on chat for you. So it's like, wow, the beaches, wow, the bachata, thank you. Yeah, no, that certainly set us off on a lovely start to the presentations, to see that lovely Caribbean sand and the sea. So thank you very much. Nicole, if I can pass over to you. Very, very excited to hear all about St. Lucia. So here we go.
Thank you. So hopefully everybody can hear me. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us today. It really goes to show that all 80 agents and our participants really want to use this time to up their knowledge and really learn more about the Caribbean. So thank you for being here today. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the island that I represent. I am the Sales and Marketing Manager for Trade at St. Lucia Tourism Authority. And I'm just going to take you on an inspirational journey and hopefully let St. Lucia inspire you. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So I've got my contact details on the screen. So definitely if you want to take that down, we can also share that with you at the end. If you have any questions at all, you want to know anything or you want any images or videos that I show throughout the presentation, then you are welcome to reach out to me. I am still working from home. So I'm available on my emails at any time. So just a couple of, oh, a little bit too fast. Oh, where's my first slide gone? Can you see a slide or is it just a blank screen? Oh, let me just go back. Sorry about that.
No, we can see.
Okay, perfect. So a couple of little facts about St. Lucia. St. Lucia is the only country in the world to be named after a woman. That she's actually named after St. Lucy of Syracuse, the patron saint of light. And that's why our motto is St. Lucia, let her inspire you. So let this beautiful, lush, green woman inspire you to come and visit. And hopefully she'll inspire you to inspire clients to visit us as well. We are one of the Windward Islands in the Eastern Caribbean, fairly small island. We measure about 27 miles long and 14 miles wide, but we are an all year round destination. So we do say it's sunny all year round. We technically do have two seasons. A rainy season is from June to November and a dry season from December through to May. But even in the rainy season, we get little to no rainfall at all, or what we call liquid sunshine, because it's what helps us stay green in St. Lucia. Now, the main language we speak is English. However, we do have a broken French Creole as well that's spoken on island based on our French and British heritage. So Lucia was actually 7 times British, 7 times French. So they fought over the island for 14 years. Eventually, the English ceded. So English is our main language, but we do have that French heritage as well that you can see a lot around the island. And our friendly and welcoming people, we just love to tell you about that rich heritage that we do have and share it with you. We do have 2 airports. We have an international airport here in Nora in the south of the island, and we also have a domestic regional airport in the north of the island as well. So we're very easy to get to from the UK. So when the world is open up again, we would love to welcome your clients either in our international airport, or if they're doing any twin center holidays within the Caribbean, then they can fly into our domestic airport as well. We fly directly out of London Gatwick, approximately 8-hour flight. And we're, like I mentioned, we're very easy to get to. We accept two currencies, the Eastern Caribbean dollar and also the US dollar is accepted island-wide. Now, St. Lucia, actually, the terrain is very green, very lush, very mountainous. So just the transfer from the airport, you'll be going through the rainforest, through the jungle, through the mountains, so you get to the other side. So one of the reasons, my top reason to recommend St. Lucia to anybody would be its stunning scenery. We've got our beautiful Piton Mountains, our lovely bays, our idyllic waterfalls. We've also got lovely sandy beaches as well. As you can see from the images, it's a very green island, very lush island. We're fortunate enough to be surrounded by two waters. So we've got the beautiful Caribbean Sea on our west coast and the Atlantic Ocean on our east coast. So you get that lovely contrast of the green against the turquoise water. We also have world-class accommodation from boutique hotels to all-inclusive resorts, to villas, to inns, to apartments. They're just luxury sanctuaries. They're definitely something for everybody. So I'm just going to show you a couple just to hopefully inspire you. We've got our beautiful couple of luxury properties on the screen. So we've got the lovely Sugar Beach, Jade Mountain, Marigot Bay. Sugar Beach and Jade Mountain boast the amazing views of the Piton Mountains. You're in that lovely southwest area of Soufrière. Marigot Bay is also overlooking that beautiful Marigot Bay area as well. And a unique fact, they actually filmed the original 1960 Dr. Dolittle movie in Marigot Bay. So that really just sets the scene of how prestige that area is. We've got some lovely all-inclusive properties like Coconut Bay Resort, Calabash Cove, Rendezvous, where everything is included. So your premium brands, all the different foods that you want, whether you're into lobster or steak, a lot of these resorts, they're all included in the all-inclusive price for you. And then we've got some lovely boutique properties as well. So we've got Coco Palm situated in the Rodney Bay Village, which has over 4 different types of cuisines, restaurants. We've got fast food chain, a steakhouse, pizzeria, ice cream parlor. We've also got a nice, lovely white sandy beach called Rodney Bay Beach. We've also got Tikar Resort and Spa and Fondue Plantation as well. Fondue is actually sat on a old cocoa plantation. So it's very boutique, very authentic, and really amazing property. And you're also going to hear about another property, Bay Gardens Resort from Victoria, right after me, situated in the Rodney Bay area as well. So that's really going to set the scene of that area for you. And when we rebranded St. Lucia a couple of years ago to let her inspire you, what we really wanted to do was really showcase the island as an island where you can do a lot of stuff and really promote the activities. So we want the island to have limitless experiences for people, to inspire people to do different things. We are home to the Caribbean's only drive-through volcano, where you can have a sulfuric mud bath in the Sulphur Springs, which they do say make you come out looking 10 years younger. So if you want a little bit of inexpensive spa, then it's definitely something that I would recommend to anybody, because we're the only Caribbean island with a volcano that you can actually drive into the center of and really enjoy that. We also have a range of different water activities, from sea helmet trek to scuba diving, snorkeling, and we have over 26 dive sites in St. Lucia, so it's perfect for dive lovers. You can do some kayaking, there's also jungle biking, and we do have Segway tours, horse riding, zip lining, ATV biking. The list is endless. We have a range of different activities that you can enjoy as families or as couples as well, and for various ages. Couple of my favorites, I love chocolate and I like rum as well. So, I mean, in the Caribbean, we do rum and we do it quite well. You can do a tour of the St. Lucia distillers, where you can actually learn how rum is made on the island. And you can also try every bottle of rum that we do make in the distillery as well. So if you're into rum or you're into your cocktail making, that's definitely a fun activity. Also, Hotel Chocolat, they do have a small boutique hotel in St. Lucia on an old cocoa plantation, where you can do a bean to bar experience and learn how to make your own bar chocolate. So that's always an amazing activity for families and couples and just groups to do together, because you really get to learn a lot about chocolate and cacao bean, and you also get to experience how chocolate was made over 100 years ago as well. We've also got delicious cuisine, from our street party every Friday night to some of the amazing fine dining restaurants, some of our hotels, and also in and around the island as well. Because we are an island surrounded by water, we're lucky to be surrounded by a lot of fresh produce and fresh ingredients. So everything we try to bring to plated for you or for your clients is all farm to table. So a lot of our resorts are actually going into a lot more farm to table, trying to grow and produce everything that we can actually grow on Ireland, which is pretty good. It's hopefully helping us get this a little bit more sustainable. And we are also the romance capital of the Caribbean. We have no residency in St. Lucia, so you can get married within being on island for an hour. We just ask that your clients are now on island for at least 2 hours after. So it means if you've got anybody on a cruise ship as well, and they're in St. Lucia for a day and they fall in love with the island, like I did, and they want to get married, they can actually get married within being on island for a day. And the best thing about getting married in St. Lucia is that you can have your honeymoon straight after. We are the world's leading honeymoon destination, which we've won that award 11 times. So we're very proud of that. And it really goes to show that when people think of special romantic occasions, they think of St. Lucia quite high up on their bucket list, because it just ticks all those boxes. Beautiful scenery, world-class accommodation, delicious cuisine. It ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. And last but not least, we have a year-round calendar of events. So we have a jazz festival that takes place every May. We've also got Carnival in July. We have a Roots and Soul Festival at the end of August. We do have a Arts and Heritage Festival as well in October. The Atlantic Rally for Cruisers, the Arc, which starts in Grand Canary. It ends in St. Lucia about the second week of December. And we also have a Girls Away Street Party, which takes place every Friday night. So it's a chance where your clients can really get to enjoy some local atmosphere, some Caribbean food and drink and music, and just really get to party in the streets, which we normally don't get to do in the countries that we live in. With our calendar of events, what we really want to do is give people either a reason to come to St. Lucia or something that they can enjoy while they're on island with us. And just a couple of things that we're doing currently. I know we unfortunately can't get to St. Lucia right now, so we're just doing a couple of things to hopefully give you a virtual escape to St. Lucia. So we do have our 7 Minutes in St. Lucia, which takes place every Tuesday and Thursday. So we have one today at 4 p.m. live on our Instagram, Travel St. Lucia. We've just got little local St. Lucians doing different things. They have our cookery classes. There was a young steel pan player on this week. We've had a musical concert from a couple of our artists. We've done yoga, soca aerobics, just hopefully giving people something that they miss when they do come to visit us in St. Lucia. We also just launched a new podcast by two travel writers, John and Antonia. They take on the world, but this issue, they are doing St. Lucia. So if you do want, I can share the link of that with you after. And we do also have an online training program called St. Lucia Expert, where you can learn a little bit more about St. Lucia. And when we do have any fam trips or any incentives, it's where we go to recruit and to invite you. So that is it from me. Thank you so much for listening. This is how you can stay connected with us. We do have a trade Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter, which we keep updated all the time with any information. So we are looking forward to welcome you and to welcome your clients when travel is permitted again.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And again, I can see from the chat that it's going crazy down there with a few people that have maybe been to St. Lucia, because a lot of personal experiences have been coming up as well. Guys, just as well, just don't forget, if you're asking questions, please, if you can ask them in the questions and answers session, so that we, when it's in the chat, it gets lost with the amount of messages that we're having, as you can see them popping up on your screen all of the time. So anyway, thank you, Nicole. It's really, I mean, rum and chocolate, you had me at that. Victoria, is your sound working? Can you hear us?
So I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yeah, that is great. Perfect. So Victoria's from Bay Gardens Resort in St. Lucia. So Victoria, over to you.
Okay, so I shall share my screen now. And I'm just going to bring up our presentation on the beautiful Bay Gardens, and thank you to Nicole for doing such an amazing job of talking about St. Lucia as a destination. And now I'm going to take just 10 minutes to take you through a couple of great accommodation options for your clients. Now, there are 5 different properties in the group for Bay Gardens Resort, so this is really a whistle-top store, and I hope that I can just give you lots of takeaways and a little bit of basic information. Then we do have our full presentation is actually recorded, so I can send you a link for that, and if you have a bit of time and you'd like to take a little bit more in, then you can look at that later on. So Bay Gardens Resorts, essentially they are in the north of the island, as Nicole said, up near Rodney Bay, so it's about an hour-and-a-half transfer from Huanora International Airport and about 20-minute transfer from the airport in Castries. And then we have 3-star Bay Gardens Inn. We've got the 3-star Bay Gardens Hotel. We have the 3-star Bay Gardens Marina Haven, which is a fairly new product for the group. We have our 4-star flagship property, the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. And then we also have 2 amazing villas called Water's Edge Villas, which are about a 4.5-star rating. So I'm just going to go through and give you a little bit of USPs. So the first USP I want to give you is Bay Gardens Resorts is St. Lucian owned and it's St. Lucian run. It's one of the biggest St. Lucian properties on the island in terms of being a St. Lucian owned community, and they really do like to give back to the local community. So if you have clients who are interested in sustainability, then Bay Gardens is a great product for them because they support a lot of local charities. They feed 80 school children every day in the morning. They really take their corporate responsibility seriously. And this slide here just shows you that when we had the recent hurricanes in the Caribbean, they actually raised $15,000 just from this resort group alone. So they do an awful lot to give back to the local communities. Another USP for you is their food. They're real foodies, and these are some of the chefs that they have across the group, and they have a number of award-winning chefs that create some amazing dishes. And there's just to get your appetite and your taste buds going. I hope you've all had lunch, because if you haven't, this is really going to make you feel hungry. But their food is incredible, and they use a lot of local ingredients, a lot of farm to table. They have a real mix and a flair, so they'll have local cuisine mixed with a little bit of Indian or Italian. So some great foodie options. Now, just going through the different properties, the first one I want to tell you about is Bay Gardens Marina Haven. So this is our kind of newest property to the group in terms of hotels. It's located just outside Rodney Bay, so it's right next to the marina. So it's fantastic if you've got clients who want to be able to walk out to the marina and everything that has to offer. So in the evening, you've got all those lovely boats twinkling in the marina, and there's a whole range of pop-up restaurants and cafes and bars. So it's a really lovely place to go. In terms of accommodation, they have 35 rooms at this property. So it's really small, really boutiquey, and it's a really nice kind of getaway close to the marina. Now, moving on, we have the Bay Gardens Hotel. This is another 3-star product. This is bigger. This has 87 rooms. It has such a huge variety of rooms, which I'll go over in a little bit more detail shortly. 3 different swimming pools, a fantastic restaurant called Spices Restaurant, and a bar. And this is in the heart of Rodney Bay. So as Nicole mentioned on her presentation, you've got probably over 40 different bars and restaurants on your doorstep that you can walk out to. You've got the island's only casino, you've got duty-free shopping, supermarkets, so everything is here. And that lively atmosphere that you have in Rodney Bay, it tends to resonate through into the Bay Gardens Hotel. And then this just shows you some of the different rooms. So we have our standard rooms, and then we have superior rooms, we have junior executive suites, and then we have the Croton suites, which are 1 and 2 bedroom suite options as well. So across those 87 rooms, they really can accommodate different size groups and couples and families. Now, moving over to the Bay Gardens Inn, this is literally opposite the Bay Gardens Hotel. So we're staying in the heart of Rodney Bay. This is a very small kind of oasis style property. So it's 32 rooms, all set around the pool. And I really feel with the Bay Gardens Inn that as you leave the hustle and bustle of the Rodney Bay area, you come into the Bay Gardens Inn and you feel like you're just going into an oasis of calm. So here, if your guests are staying here, they would go over to the Bay Gardens Hotel for their meals. Now, just before I go on to Water's Edge Villas, I just wanted to pick up on the meal plans. We have launched for 2021 a room-only rate at the Bay Gardens Inn and the Bay Gardens Hotel and the Marina Haven. All the other rates are on bed and breakfast, and then you also have an MAP and an AI offering as well, which I'll talk a little bit more detail of that later on. So these are the 2 villas that we have, Water's Edge, and they're absolutely stunning, quite Miami in style. If you look in the background of this image, you can see that you can actually see the sea. So that's kind of roughly where the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa is. So it's really close. You have access to that, and that's a 5-minute walk or a 2-minute walk and about a 5-minute shuttle service. Now, inside these villas, you've got a huge amount of living space. They're actually 4,000 square foot each villa. So you've got an open plan living, kitchen, dining area, and then this is a kitchen, so it kind of all open plan and goes around. And as well as the kitchen, you've then got your own utility room. Now there's a downstairs bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. And then upstairs, you've got 3 further bedrooms, all with their own ensuite bathrooms. And you can see this is the master bathroom. So they're really big and spacious, and they all have views right over the marina. Now, all of these properties, and this is another USP for you, that all of those properties that I've just shown you have a complimentary shuttle service. It runs every hour, it goes to each property, and it brings you down to the 4-star Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa, where your clients have access to the Bay Gardens Beach Club. So that gives you a fantastic lead-in price if they're staying at one of the 3-star properties. If they're staying at the villas, they've got total independence, but they have access to the beach resort where they can use all the facilities. So at the beach club, they have unlimited non-motorized water sports. There's a kids club, and there's Splash Island Water Park. So I'll tell you a bit more about Splash Island Water Park as we go through the presentation. And this is our final property, the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. So this is a 4-star property directly on Redwee Beach, which is one of the, it was actually voted by Condé Nast Traveler one of the top 10 beaches in the world. And it's almost it's right at the end of the beach. So where you have all of the cruise ships that drop and the passengers come off, and they often come down to this beach. They don't really come up as far as Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa, because it always stays pretty nice and calm on the beach area. We have our cabanas here, sun loungers, and guests can come and enjoy the beach and the water sports, and we have waiter service on the beach area as well. Now we have a pool which we reserve for guests of the beach resort. So if you do have clients coming down from any of the other properties, they wouldn't have access to this pool, but they all have their own swimming pools at their various different hotels. So this is just for our guests. You can see at the front here, there's actually a sunken area where guests can take their sun lounger in and lie back on their sun lounger whilst having their pina colada or relaxing. Or it's great if you've got families with young children or toddlers, and they've got quite a large area where the toddlers can splash around, maybe take some water toys in and just play on that kind of ridge. In the middle, there is a jacuzzi, which is for 18-year-old and above. And all of this pool area, it only comes up to just above your waist. So no matter how good you are at swimming, you can always come in and enjoy the water and feel very relaxed. Now the rooms at the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa, we lead with our deluxe room. So this shows you the deluxe room. Now they've all recently been refurbished. Deluxe room would have 2 queen-size beds in it, tea and coffee making facilities, flat screen TV. All of the properties again have complimentary Wi-Fi throughout all the rooms and all the public areas. So you would have that here as well. And then tea and coffee making facilities. Now, every deluxe room is next to a 1-bedroom suite. So this would be your 1-bedroom suite. This would be the bedroom area. And then you have your open plan living, kitchen, dining area. And then immediately from where this picture is taken, if you were to turn around, this is your kitchen. So you have a completely open plan kitchen. I'm just going to go back here to show you that sofa is actually a sofa bed as well. Now you have the 1-bedroom suite, and then you have a deluxe room, and this opens up to give you a wonderful 2-bedroom suite option. There's the bathroom for your 1-bedroom suite. And then I'd put this slide in because sometimes it really helps to be able to visualize how that works together as a 2-bedroom suite. So the deluxe room has an interconnecting door that goes into the 1-bedroom suite area. And so you can see this opens up, gives you a huge amount of living space. It works really well for large families, families that maybe have more than 2 children, families traveling with a nanny, families maybe multi-generational families traveling together. There's plenty of space for everybody, and it gives them a really nice home from home feel whilst on holiday. Now, I did briefly mention the meal plan. So at the beach resort, we start on bed and breakfast, and then we have an MAP and an all-inclusive. Now, in terms of restaurants, we have the Sea Grapes restaurant, which is just overlooking the beach, as you can see here. You can also have your meals around the pool, and then we have 2 bars. So Pebbles is in between the pool and the beach. And then if you're on the beach and you don't want to have to get up and go as far as the pool, then we have the sandbar. We also do waiter service on the beach area as well. In addition to that, we have Sea Grapes, which is a fantastic seafood restaurant. Loads of amazing St. Lucian seafood with crabback and lots of taste and flavor to it. And this restaurant overlooks the beach as well. And you can also see Pigeon Island in the distance. Now, also just to say, if you're on the all-inclusive program, we have a dine around program. So what we tend to find is a lot of people, when they come up to Rodney Bay, they see this huge choice of bars and restaurants, and they feel like I don't want to just sit and eat in a resort. I want to be able to go out and eat. I want to be able to support the local economy. So we've devised a program, which is our Taste of Rodney Bay Dine Around program. If you're staying for 7 nights or more, you can go out 3 nights, and you have a choice. At the moment, it's 6 independent restaurants in the local area where you can go and eat. And we also provide you with a complimentary transfer to and from the restaurant. Now, this is Splash Island Water Park, so I just wanted to take a little bit of time to tell you about this as well. It's a fantastic activity that we have at Bay Gardens. Now, any of our guests staying at any of the properties that I've described in the presentation today have complimentary unlimited access to Splash Island Water Park, so they can come down here. It's great fun. It's great for big kids as well as small kids, but what I tend to notice is that Dad will run out with the kids. They'll get their life jackets on, and you have to swim out here, and you can see there are always lifeguards on the apparatus as well. And after about 20 minutes, Dad will slope off and go back to the beach and find Mum, who's usually lying on a sun lounger with a pina colada. And the kids will just stay on here all day, and then they sleep really well all night. But this is really, really good fun. Bit of a workout as well. And then, of course, you've got the non-motorized water sports and the kids program that I mentioned. So the kids club is open from 9:30 to 12:30, and then again in the afternoon. It's from age 4 upwards. You can leave your children there, but if you have younger children and you want to come into the kids club and do the activities with them, then you can as well. That's absolutely fine. When it closes at lunchtime, they leave a lot of toys outside the kids club, so families can come along and just grab various toys that they might want to play with, and then you just drop them back later. And they do things like t-shirt tie-dyeing as well, crab hunts, hula hoop competitions, sandcastle competitions. Now, we have a spa at the beach resort and spa as well. Now, guests across the group can use this, but again, if you're at the beach resort and you're on all-inclusive, we include a daily spa treatment in your stay. So that's 1 spa treatment per room category booked per day. Now, so if you were there for 7 days, you'd have 7 treatments. You can use them all in one go if you wanted to, or you could save them up. You could use them as you go. So you could have a couple here and a couple there. So that's another great offering. And also their spa has just totally transformed into Ayurvedic spa treatment. So it's a really good spa for your clients. Now, in addition to that, we have weddings, and we have a free wedding package. So we launch with a free wedding package, and then we go up from there. So if you have clients who want to do weddings, why it works really well here is because you've got such a fantastic beach where you can get married at the beach resort. But if you have clients on a budget, they could stay in any of the other properties and then come up to the beach resort for the wedding. We've also, with those villas, if you've got a big group or family groups that want to spread across the villas, and then they can come up to the wedding as well, then it works really well. So final slide, and thank you so much for your time so far. I just wanted to go over our Bay Gardens Rewards program. So if you've got any bookings for 4 or 6 night stay, you can see up on the screen, that's £20 reward. 7 night stay or more, it's £40. And if you do a booking for us at Water's Edge, wow, that's £100 that we're giving back in your rewards. And also, if you make 50 room night booking, or you make 50 room nights of bookings across the group, then we will offer you a 7 night stay on bed and breakfast for 2 people at the beach resort and spa. So thank you ever so much. The last thing I just wanted to touch on was, in terms of how do you book, operators that we work with, the usual suspects, you can book through Donata, any of their brands. We also work with Carib Tours, and if you're travel counsellors, then you can book with the beach resort. You can book directly with travel counsellors on their Phoenix system. But if you've got any questions on how to book, or if you've got a group or a wedding or anybody that's interested, please, my details are on the screen now, so please don't hesitate to contact me, and I will follow up with you afterwards. I'm sorry it's been a little bit rushed, but there was quite a lot that I wanted to get across to you there. So thank you ever so much. I'm going to hand back over to Sarah now. Okay.
Thank you, Victoria. Yeah, look, again, loads and loads of messages coming in. I know Donna has been to this hotel, and she's like talking about the fantastic water park and how amazing it was, but how I think, and then somebody else was saying that they'd lasted 5 minutes. So again, you're getting great interaction on the chat. Okay, so thank you very much. And Debbie, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you perfectly. Yes, that's great. So Debbie, if I can hand over to you.
Yep. Can you see my screen okay?
You can indeed.
Wonderful. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Debbie from Clear Marketing. As well as a number of wonderful hotels in the Caribbean, we also represent the very special island of Nevis. Just make sure I get this to work, sorry. Oh, there we have it. Now, whilst I wish I was coming to you today from Nevis, I am in fact in Horsham in West Sussex. However, we can all dream of Nevis together today. Now, the first question we are always asked is, where is Nevis? We are located in the Caribbean. Nevis is in fact only 50 miles from the better known island of Antigua, 2 miles southeast of its sister island, St. Kitts. And in fact, the islands are so close that each year in March, we do have our annual cross-channel swim from Nevis to St. Kitts. Now, I haven't been quite brave enough to try this myself, but I've heard it's great fun and very doable at only 2 miles. The islands are part of the same federation, but are quite different. Many of our guests love to try out both islands, so a twin centre is a great option for them. So how do you get to Nevis? So most of you will have heard of St. Kitts. So we are lucky enough to have a twice weekly flight from London Gatwick Airport on a Wednesday and a Saturday into St. Kitts. And then our guests jump on a water taxi, which takes only 10 minutes then to get to the island of Nevis. In fact, the water taxi is more of a luxury speedboat. Guests are welcomed on board with a local beer or a ting. Then they can sit back, enjoy the view and arrive into Nevis in style. Alternatively, guests can fly into Antigua or any of the other islands actually, and connect with Liat to St. Kitts and then on to Nevis. So this is St. Kitts here in the foreground that you can see, with Nevis just behind it there, close by. Nevis is very quiet, very lush green island. You can see it there just in the background with the Nevis Peak right in the middle of the island, surrounding the whole island being surrounded by the Caribbean Sea. There we have a closer up look at the beautiful green island of Nevis. We're only very small, 36 square miles in fact, so particularly small, very easy to get around. So what makes Nevis so special? Firstly, great deal of history, being the birthplace of Alexander Hamilton, one of the founding fathers of the United States. You might have seen Hamilton, the play, which is about him. If you haven't, you absolutely must. It's incredible. It's on in the West End of London. Also, Lord Nelson spent a lot of time in Nevis. In fact, he married a Nevisian, Fanny Nisbet, and a lot of scandal then followed. So that's a nice one to look up, a lot of stories behind that. On our heritage trail in Nevis, the visitors to the island have the chance to explore lots of different historical sites, as well as the lots and lots of churches that we have on the island. So Nevis is peaceful, as you'd expect. Very small population, just over 11,000 residents on the island. We don't have any big cruise ships coming in. There's no casinos on the island, no fast food chains. And I do think that this is what many visitors expect when they come to the Caribbean. And this is definitely what we're going to deliver if they choose to come to Nevis. That said, it's a very active island, great for those who love the outdoors, great for biking, hiking. We've got Nevis Peak, which is a very popular hike. Swimming, of course, we've got, we're completely surrounded by the Caribbean Sea, so we're beautiful swimming, and of course exploring too. So visitors can see the island in a traditional touring manner, or they can take a bike tour. Horseback, really popular in Nevis, is to have a horseback ride around the island. And obviously for adventure, we can have you take one of our Funky Monkey tours, which is a self-drive in one of the mini morgues around the island. That's really popular and a really fun way of seeing the destination. Nevis is very green, and not only very lush and green, but Nevis does actually produce its own geothermal energy too. So it literally is very green. The aim is for the destination to become 100% self-sustainable in the coming years, which we're very proud of. Nevis has lots of year-round events. Even though we are a tiny island, there's lots going on. We have the Mango and Food Festival every year. This has become more and more popular, and lots of the other Caribbean islands taking part too. Believe it or not, we have over 40 varieties of mango in Nevis. So any of you who are doing a family quiz this weekend, that's a really good question to be asking, to see how many mango varieties we have on the island. We have the Nevis Marathon too, and an annual triathlon as well. The image you can see on the screen now is Culturama. This is the equivalent of the bigger carnivals that you get on some of the other islands. This is the carnival Nevis style. So as I mentioned, Nevis is quiet, so quiet in fact that we have no traffic lights on the island. You will though get wild donkeys on your journeys, as well as goats on the road, and plenty of monkeys. You'll be sick to death of seeing monkeys by the time you come home, but we're not, we love them. In fact, there's more monkeys in Nevis than there are people, so that's maybe a good thing too. The monkeys also love the mangoes, which can prove a little bit of a challenge when it comes to the Mango Festival, but we managed to get by. So to tell you where your guests can stay in Nevis, the island has only 420 rooms in total. That's on the whole island. And I know in many of the other islands that we have resorts which are bigger than what we have in Nevis. Half of our room inventory is within the beautiful Four Seasons Resort, the largest resort in Nevis. We have lots of rooms here as well as villas. My family and I were lucky enough to stay in a villa on the golf course. And each morning we drive our golf cart to the top of the course and watch the monkeys play. And this was absolutely our favourite time of day. It's such a beautiful thing to do. This next slide is just to make you laugh, because we definitely used to bring down the tone of the resort. This is us with all of our inflatables off to the pool. So definitely not pretentious, although it's called the Four Seasons, it's not pretentious. This one here, the famous Avenue of Palms, this is the wonderful Nisbet Plantation, one of the only plantation houses on the beach, and very, very popular with British guests. We get lots and lots of repeaters coming to Nisbet every year. The hotel is represented here in the UK by Denise at Sunrise Marketing. This resort here, located on the wonderful Awali Beach, is Awali Beach, our leading resort. It's set on a really lovely portion of beach here, represented by Resort Marketing in the UK. It's an unpretentious resort, 3.5 star, but it has the most incredible food and a wonderful atmosphere. A lot of our guests who come here stay for months on end through the winter, so that's a great spot. Moving on to Paradise Beach Villas. This is a small resort, only 3 and 4 bedroom villas on a really quiet, lovely beach. It's represented by Essential Detail. They have two new 2-bedroom beachfront villas, which have a very unique selling point, and they have their own pull-up stairs. So when they want complete privacy, they just pull up their stairs and you can't access their villas. Next one, we have Mount Nevis, a lovely property, very, very spacious, lots of grounds to walk around. This sits below Nevis Peak, so a great choice for those looking to do hiking, biking. Great location, overlooking the ocean, but not actually on the beach. This is one of my favourites, Golden Rock. It's owned by an artist from New York, a real treasure with some of the best gardens on the island. Guests can even stay in their own sugar mill here, feel like a princess. Wonderful garden tours too. So this is Golden Rock. Moving on to another plantation, Montpellier, quite a famous plantation here in the UK, a Relais Chateau property, mainly adults only, incredible food, and whilst not on the beach, they do have their own beach club with regular shuttles as and when the guests would like to go to the beach. Another plantation, this is Hermitage, a small gem, very famous for its weekly hog roasts, so a really popular one for foodies. Nevis also has some great condo style resorts. This is Hamilton Villas, a great choice if you want your own kitchen. It's also very close to one of my favourite restaurants, the Yachtsman's Grill, so that's a nice spot too. Nevis doesn't have any traditional all-inclusive resorts. We like to think of ourselves as more of an all-inclusive island. Guests love to eat out. We've got lots of local beach bars, Sunshine's being the most famous with its legendary Killer Bee cocktail, which is a must try. I'd recommend you only have one. Two just really isn't a very good idea. And yeah, so I really hope that you have enjoyed learning about our very special island of Nevis. If you would like any further information, drop me a line. I'm Debbie. You can reach me at debbie@clear-marketing.com, or the Nevis Island website too has lots of great information, which is www.nevisisland.com. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you.
Perfect. Wow, Debbie, that was amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
400 rooms.
That's it.
On the whole island. Wow. I love the donkeys and the monkeys. It was amazing. Yeah, I mean, it was great that you came on board this week at such last minute notice as well. We was asked specifically for sort of a presentation on Nevis after our St. Kitts webinar this week. So thank you. Thanks for taking the time and for coming on board.
Very welcome.
It, so thanks. So now we've got the question and answer sessions. So everybody's asking, is the video going to be shared? Yes, it is. What we've just introduced is, I've just finished it today and it's just gone live now. If you log on to your My Booking Rewards program, at the top right hand corner, you'll see a section that says webinars. If you click on there, you'll need to give me a couple of hours after the webinar's finished, but every single webinar that we've done will all be on there, but you must log in to your program. So that's the answer to that question. This one is for Renata. What is the regulation for travel for the Dominican Republic in this COVID period? We was talking about this a little earlier. Oh, hang on, you're on mute.
Yeah. Well, hello again. So the answer is the following. Yesterday they have prolonged it again for 17 days. So at least until the end of May, we cannot receive the people. This is the thing. And still we are working with the special protocol for the hotels, so we can receive in the right way our guests. Of course, we will do all the best with the cleaning, with the separation, with keeping the distance, of course, but still there is no an official protocol to have it. Nevertheless, there is a company, Crystal, that we work with in the terms of all these regulations, and they are helping us to make all this in the right way. So this is, and also one thing more, all the airline companies, they have already established a day, and then in 15 days they give another day. So even TUI fly, or for you the Virgin fly, we still don't have a particular date which is certain, which is 100% confirmed. So until, my personal opinion, September. I think September, everybody will be ready to receive the clients. So September is the right way. We are monitoring every day with our clients, with the tour operators, and probably we will try to, every day we change the date of opening, I tell you, not us, all the other hotels as well. So we said June, now we say July, but I think September will be the right date. I don't know if I answered what you really wanted to know.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, no, that's great. Andy's just asking where do we get a copy of the videos. So again, what I will do is if everybody emails me them after we've finished, then I can put them onto the email that you'll all receive tomorrow. So that'll go out to everybody. So any videos that you've got that you want me to share with the guys on the call, please just email me them and I'll send them out for you. So thanks for that, Andy. Kelly's asked, is the water park included in all hotels, or can you have access to it? So this one is going to Victoria, I would presume.
Yes, so it's included. So if you're staying at any of the Bay Gardens properties, that's the inn, the hotel, Marina Haven, Water's Edge, or the beach resort, it's absolutely complimentary and that's unlimited. If you're staying at a different hotel on the island, then you are welcome to come up, but there would be a charge for it.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Gracia's asking, do any of the resorts have rates for travel agents? So this is for, well, for Renata and for Victoria.
Yes, we do have travel industry rates, so I can share them. We are actually looking at possibly doing some complimentary nights for booking. So instead of maybe taking a reward voucher, you could earn some free nights to build up your own holiday, and then you can add the travel industry rate if you needed to top it up.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's always very, very popular. Renata,
And
do you do any trade rates?
As for us, we do some special rates, well, some special offers, I would rather say, through the tour operators. And now we are only working on the special platform where you can get the rewards for all your booking. Doesn't matter, will you book them with Love Holidays, Denata, or TUI, or Blue Bay that we work with, for example. So with these rewards, you can get some special free nights, or you can get an upgrade. Nevertheless, we are only one hotel, 1,000 rooms almost. Yeah, it's a big one. So you have my number, you have my email. When you personally want to come, please write me down, because we are only 1 year on the market managing the hotel. So we are really open. We have fantastic rates for the 5-star refurbished. I don't think somebody else has the same prices as we do have now. So I personally will take care about your booking. Write me down. Thank you.
Thank you. Michelle's also asked, on the dine around, so this is for you, Victoria, do they get drinks included?
Yes, they do. What they do is they give them a credit, and I'll double check what the credit is per person. So you would have up to a certain amount, which is pretty much enough to have a starter, a main, and a dessert, and a glass of wine with your meal. If you wanted to push the boat out and order lobster and champagne and things, then you would just top up the difference.
Okay, perfect. Chris has also asked, and this one is for it's for Debbie. What board basis do the hotels offer, please?
It's a bit of a mixture. Most of the hotels are on a bed and breakfast basis. A few do have wider meal plans. At Wally Beach, you can book an all-inclusive meal plan. Equally at Nisbet, they have, I believe, an all-inclusive plan as well. But most of them have a variety of meal plans, so there's lots of different opportunities there.
Perfect. You've got another question as well, Debbie, from Susanna. She's asked, what is the age group for the Nevis hotels?
The majority are family resorts, so the likes of Four Seasons, Wally, they'll accept any age. Some of the plantations do have an adults only policy, so the likes of Montpellier, it's adults only. So when I say adults only, I'm going to say it's 16 plus. I'd need to double check that for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 16 plus. And similarly, at some of the other plantations, they have a similar age limit, that it's 16 plus 2. So the more family resorts would be the likes of Awali and Four Seasons.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Marta's just asked a question, and I think as well, this is probably one of those questions that we really can't answer because we're waiting for government guidance. We're waiting for the FCO to open borders and everything and advise everything's good to travel. But the situation of COVID in each island, do you think that by September we will be ready? I just think it's a really hard question. Nicole, can you answer anything to do with it, or is it pretty much what I've just said, that we just don't know?
Yes, at the moment we just don't know. We do have, for St. Lucia, our borders are closed up until the end of May, but we're just like every other island, we're looking at it as a case-by-case basis or day by day, and it all will depend as well on the UK government and what they bring out or what they announce next week. Then we will decide moving forward when we're going to reopen or how we're going to reopen and the procedures and measures that we're going to take.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. And Debbie, is it the same for you guys as well in Nevis?
It's exactly the same. There's no real definite date as yet. Everybody's just monitoring. It depends on when the airlines come back in. The hotels will reopen shortly after. I do suspect some of the resorts may not reopen until September, but I think until we know more about the situation, we're not probably able to give an absolute definite answer right now.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And I think it's changing quite often anyway, isn't it, with the government guidelines and things anyway. So it's, it just is a very, very difficult one to answer. Debbie, you've got another question here from Vishnu.
Zara, just one thing. I'm sorry, I got the information from the President Medina from Dominican Republic. Well, not from him, I got the message, but I have here the information that until 17th of May, the country is closed. So official until 17th of May. But everybody says that May gonna be the highest curve, like they say, in Dominican Republic. So for sure it will be prolonged until June at least.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Brilliant, thank you. So yeah, Debbie, the 40 varieties of mango, are they always available to try and buy, or is it more seasonal?
Well, I was quite relieved. I thought you were going to ask me to name them there, so that's a relief. No, they're not. I mean, they're not. No, we have 40 varieties. I think the majority are readily available, but I wouldn't be able to guarantee, exactly at what season they'd all be there and ready. But, come and try. They can tell us, they can come and have a try themselves.
Perfect. Kamisha has asked as well, the Antigua Sailing Week, and I wanted to find out, with all the 3 islands that we've been shown today, is there a way for a client to join, or do they have to make their own way there? Does anybody know about the Antigua Sailing Week, and if you drop in? No, I don't think we know the answer to that. I think that one's going to be maybe one more for the Antiguan Tourist Board, if they're arranging it. But yeah, no, we're unsure. Sorry. We can sort of dig about and find out for you. I'll do that in a minute. Trish, she's asked, in Nevis, Debbie, where would you suggest for a hotel that is adult focused and within walking distance to restaurants?
Yeah, so on that one, as I say, we're only 36 square miles as an island, so nothing's too far away, and taxis are quite reasonably priced. That said, guests at the Four Seasons can walk along the beach. We've got about 3 or 4 restaurants and bars, and all the guests at Four Seasons do this. It's not at all frowned upon. You walk out along to the beach, go at the beach bar, have chicken wings or whatever else you want, and walk back to your villa. That said, as I say, it's a 5-minute taxi ride to one of the great bars and restaurants like the Gin Trap, which is, it's got a wheel of fortune. You give it a whirl and see what type of gins should be your drink. So there's, honestly, the dining in Nevis is exceptional, and the guests are spoilt for choice, and nothing is more than a 5 to 10 minute taxi ride.
Perfect, thank you. Heidi has asked as well, which operators have contracts for the Edgewater villas? They look really lovely.
So Water's Edge Villas, the Villa Collection work with Water's Edge Villas. That could be a good one for agents.
Travel counsellors?
Travel counsellors, I don't think it's on Phoenix, but they do have a contract. So
okay,
yes,
so
it's one of the ones where they like, yeah, if it's requested, then they can definitely get the rates, and I can give the rates as well. So that's not a problem. They can also do an agent commission as well. So depending on whether the agent wants to do it that way around.
Okay, perfect. Great. So Heidi, you've got all of Victoria's details, and they're all on the reward program anyway. But we'll send. They were sent to you anyway when you signed up. So just if you need any help with it, drop Victoria an email. Sue has asked, where can we find Renata's details? We've sent them out already, but we can send them out again on the email, because I saw that you'd messaged everybody on the chat, but it had come only to the panelists, so we can send them out for you.
We have a little bit of more time at the end. I still have few slides to show you if we have time.
I think, I mean, at the moment, yeah, do you know what we can do? If you want to show the rest of your slides that we missed out at the beginning, then yeah, let's do it. We've finished with the questions now. So literally, so anybody that wants to see the rest of the slides, then yeah, let's go for it. So as long as it's literally a minute maximum, because I'm conscious that everybody's been on the call for like over an hour now, and we've still got a lot of people on, so which is testament to people are very, very interested. So yeah, please go ahead.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
So this is the new beach, like totally refurbished beach, as I told you before. And you have the purse, just a beautiful purse that we use for many different events. In the complex, we have two hotels. One is premium, as you see, and the one is resort. In resort, we have 650 rooms around, and an impressive premium, about 300 rooms. So let's start from the resort. This is the reception, so it's big and huge and beautiful. What is important to say that the hotel is very horizontal to the beach, to the sea. And from the point where you have seen the reception, so from here to go to the beach, you will not need more than 5 minutes. Of course, there are buggy cars everywhere. Nevertheless, it's really beautiful garden. So you can walk slow, in 5 minutes you are on the beach. Really like a key selling points, I would say, is these parts. So you have 3 restaurants in this part. One is in this floor, so 1 meter, really 1 meter from the beach. And can you imagine the views that you have from the upper floor? We come back here again, and you see we organize here every night a special dinner with a lobster, and of course all kind of the events like weddings and anniversary events, we can make it right here. This is the beach, so in the morning it looks like this, and then a little bit later you can see that there are more people around. You don't see here any umbrellas, because you have a natural shadow, which is really amazing to have all these palm trees that make you the shadow on the beach. The normal room, which is a tropical view, then you have the pool view and the ocean view. So all the rooms are just the same. The only difference would be the view. 38 square meters each room, so it's quite big, I would say. 6 restaurants, you have a la carte restaurants, Japanese, so Asian, you have Italian, you have steakhouse on the grill, the French one, and olive tree. 7 bars, so there are different drinks that are included, and some drinks are not included, so it will be like Rioja wine or some special Bordeaux wine from France, but all the local drinks are included. And if you want some special international spirit, then maybe you have to pay in the resort part. And be careful, because in the premium they are all included then. Here you have spa. We have a special waiting room, let's say, for the bride, where she can organize herself for the special date. Really great place for the kids. It is important to say that the mini club is from 3 years old until 12 years old. So you can let your beautiful children there from 9 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I think so the parents can also relax in the pool or in the beach, having their cocktails. And in the evening, 2-3 times a week, we have special nights. So the kids can stay with the animators. Like here, as you can see, they have some special cinema night. And we pass to the premium. What is premium actually? So you have all these brown parts. These are premium. You have totally separate part on the beach. What does it mean? It means that you will always have your bed on the beach. Even there are so many people and everything is full and you say, well, what I do actually now? Do I go to the pool or I would like to stay on the beach? There will be always a guy that will help you and will find you a bed. So many people change from resort to premium directly when they arrive to the beach, just to have their space and for sure to have a bed anytime they come to the beach. And you have special bars and special pools that only the clients of premium could assist. So actually important, Wi-Fi. You have Wi-Fi for free in all the part of premium. Only in the premium part, so the hotel itself and the rooms, you have free Wi-Fi. The rooms you have junior suites. We will see them now. They are bigger and they have really good space for up to 4 people. Room service, private pool, exclusive restaurant. So they are the same restaurants actually that you have in the resort. The only thing is that you have always a preference if you want to reserve it the same day, for example. You have private check-in, private entrance, welcome gift, and pillow menus, some special lobby bars, and as I said, special drinks and spirits, international, are included in premium. This is the lobby. So you arrive, imagine it's not that big reception and all the people are there. So you just have your beautiful place and there is somebody taking care only of you. And this is the room. Look how big it is. It's 52 square meters. So it's really big. And especially you have here your small balcony or terrace. Some rooms have a jacuzzi in the room. And some have ocean view, so be careful when you reserve the room that you really want. And those are the restaurants. Just the same restaurants are in the resort, just here you have your preference in the reservation. Weddings. As we said before, this is the very beautiful place to organize something special and beautiful with the Caribbean breeze. Here you have my details, if you can see it. And just to show you again, all these restaurants are making in this palapa. They are here, you have one in the down floor and the other in the upper floor. So thank you very much. Thank you again for giving me this extra time and give you more details about us. We are waiting for you in Impressive when the time is right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So yeah, on behalf of My Booking Rewards, thank you to everybody for coming along, because obviously we've got the My Caribbean corner now, which means that every single destination and hotel in the Caribbean can be logged onto the system. So please go ahead. And what we're doing is throughout the weeks, at the moment, you can win £50 per week, goes to it's not even the top seller. Every single booking is entered in and it's pulled out. So that's going to commence as the end of this week on Sunday, and it'll recommence on Monday. So on Monday we'll pull the name out. So just keep logging every single Caribbean booking that you do. A lot of the clients that we've got on board anyway, you will not get on a fam trip without logging your bookings. You will, the 3 nights, the the favours that you need, everything is done because people can see who you are and what you're booking. So it's a great system. We've obviously got all the webinars now, which are all on the system as well. And that is it from me. Thank you. I know it's been a really long webinar today, but thank you to all of the hosts. I do really appreciate you coming on board. It's invaluable, the messages and the information that you give us, and from the messages that you've seen already, you can see that the trade are very excited for you to be here. So thank you very much. And to everybody that stayed on, we've still got 80 people on the call, so thank you so much. And if you need anybody's details, then just let us know. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
Sarah.
Bye-bye.
Really, it's great. You make fantastic job. Thank you for the organization.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.